Let's dive into this A5 dot grid journal, and here's the first set of pages. And if you would like to see how this 3D set of pages come together, stay tuned. What's up everyone, this is Priya here. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and if this is the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Here I share tips, ideas and inspiration to make your planner and journal spreads pretty and functional. I just went ahead and shopped my stash, and this was the dot grid journal I had picked up from Happy Planner. This was called the Winged Beauty, and I don't think it's still available, but this was one of the first dot grid journals that came out from Happy Planner. And I do have a comparison video on my channel where I talk about multiple brands and the differences and what I felt about them. And A5 is not something I typically use, so I would like to use this. And now that I have some clarity on my travel plans for 2025, I think I'm likely to meet a lot of my friends this year and some family members as there are events happening and I do see myself traveling. So I thought this would make a perfect personalized gift. So I will be decorating this for a friend of mine who I will be meeting, and I'm going with some of these PET stickers or washi tape flicks, and these are really thin. I like to bring in such thinner, slimmer elements in my journals because clearly they are book bound and it would add less bulk. And I have these ones, the pre-cut washi tape, that's the books and cats, and the lace washi from the washi tape shop. The other ones are all from Journal Say, so I'm just making sure I have everything out. And I have a whole bunch of stickers from my stash again that I really love, but I keep forgetting it's there. So that's another butterfly. And I think I will go with the butterflies because we have that cover. And I have some washi tapes from Live Love Posh, Planny Thing, and some other ones that I have chosen. And I have everything accessible so that it all gets easy once we start. So now to decorate the name page, and this is a lovely page in lavender color. And I think I will have, I thought about adding the whiteout, but no. I want to use that circle sticker right there in the middle to cover that up so that they can write their name. And I will quickly kind of add something with a white background, but I thought I will try and see if the lace washi will go, but I think I will stick to just the florals. And I wanted to also see how the clear stickers would look, but I don't think it looks nice just with the clear sticker. So I'm going with the one on paper because even though it does add a bit of bulk, I think it will be nice as a focal point, especially as the page is lavender color. So I have that nice and simple, and I might come and add a couple of butterflies, but that should be it. And I wanted to also try if I need more florals, but I don't think I do. And these are from Live Love Posh, as I mentioned, and my code Priya10 earns you 10% off at Live Love Posh and washi tape shop, and even at Planny Thing. So this is kind of the name page, and then I do try out a few other things, but I end up not using any of that because it just takes away from the actual florals and the pretty look it has. Yeah, so just trying to make sure it is straight, and that's always a struggle, especially when you have the journal a bit away from where you are sitting. And this is the set of butterflies I had, but you will see how I come and change it out later because I think it just blended too well with the color of the page. And now for this first page, which always people have trouble figuring out what to do with. So this I'm just having a simple border because I want to have a small note for whoever this will be going to, and something a bit personal, so something to let me jot down a few lines. So this is the page just for that. And you see how quickly such pages come together just around the edge. And I may do something to the left page here, but as of now, I will be leaving it as such. And I'm adding some lines now, and I'm using the My Liner and just keeping it simple. Yeah, sorry about that shaky camera. I think I was just hitting the table. Yeah, so that is nice and simple, and I think I need a small border for that side, and yeah, and I have that simple page all done. And I have this mushroom tree houses kind of stickers. I've used it quite well in my journal spreads. I do have a creative journal and daily journal, all the setups on the channel. If you would like to check that out, I have all of that linked. And I'm also bringing in some of the pink color from the butterfly. And this is a great way of adding some of that color without too much of the bulkiness, because it's really thin and it's unclear, and it is something nice and fun. And see how quick it comes together. And the butterfly again adds a touch of pink, and I think we will just add one of those stickers to pull everything together. And these are all perfect spring stickers, and you have lots of clear and paper stickers when it comes to stickers from Live Love Posh. And that clip I've been loving because I wanted to make sure the pages are flat and something to hold it down. And since we're just starting with the journal, it's obviously much thinner on the left side. And having that clip to put down is a great help. And now let's get started on some fun Dutch doors. And it's very different because I'm used to the 8x8 square journals from Archer and Olive and the B5, which are very different in size. And this is, before you know, the A5 journal is all filled up. So it is very, very different. And now to do some cutting, and I have my gyro cut and my self-healing cutting mat, they're all linked below if you would like to pick up any of these. I get lots of questions on those, and I'm linking all the tools and accessories and shops and codes, everything in the description, and including the tweezers, which are like the most used tool. If you notice, if you have been following me for a while, you'll see how I like my tweezers, and especially these needle nose ones. They are so perfect, especially for these clear stickers. You see how quick it comes out, and sometimes the clear stickers just don't want to leave the sticker book. So I'm just trying to pick symmetrical elements to go on the page behind there, and you will see how easily it comes together. I mean, it does not have to be perfect just to fill some of that white space, and it's as simple as that. So if you've been following me, you know how I like to try different Dutch doors. So this time I thought I would like to see some 3D effect, and that's why I thought I will just pick the butterflies, because we have butterflies on the front cover, and this would be a nice way to bring some of those fun elements in and yet keep it really pretty. And you will see that some of the function is compromised, and I did not use the boxes in this one, which I usually come and do, but you can obviously add boxes, which I normally do. But since this was not for me, I thought I will just keep it as such. I can always come and add boxes later if I think that's needed, but as of now I will not. And see how that layering comes about. And I'm going to be using some of the smaller elements to use there. And sometimes I like to do this, but sometimes I like to fill it in with smaller clusters. And on to the next one. And this comes together fairly quickly because I was trying to combine multiple collections here. And these tulips and daffodils and all the spring florals, I think, go really well. So I'm bringing in some of those yellow florals on the very last page. And this is one of the methods I'm doing, and I will be combining other colors, and just so that I will have a balance, because this is mostly yellow and some green mixed in. So I combined 3 or 4 different collections in here by the time we are done. And let me know if you have combined collections in sticker books like this, because sometimes I do, even in one of my winter setups in my daily journal. I have done that. And this is a gorgeous book. As of now, this was still available, and I was trying to see if I should bring in some of those line art stickers too, but I think I will stick to this sticker book. And it is nice when we have so many options with the butterflies and flowers and all the fun stuff. And I'm also trying to make some 3D impact here. So I'm just using that scrap from the Dutch doors that we just created for that effect. It needs to be glued down only at a couple of places, otherwise it stays flat, and that's not the look I'm going for. So you see that I folded right in the middle there, and that gives me enough room to add the glue. And I'm now getting my Tombow Mono Dots adhesive, and I'm using the scrap paper to just glue down right at that middle. Do you see that crease? And now let's stick it in. So I'm trying to position it so that you see that 3D effect. So let's just do some more of the washi. I did not use washi tapes on the last page, and sometimes I just skip it entirely, and you will see how I'm having fun with these Dutch doors. I have lots of setups on my channel already, and make sure you check them all out. Some are in my daily journal, some are in my creative journal. So on to the next collection, and I'm going a bit softer here. So this is the, again, clear sticker. This is one of the simplest ways you can do it, and it might be a struggle to get the symmetrical part. And I'm using that paper cutter, the miniature one, to cut that space off so that that is usable. And now I will come and cut off the excess part. I like to keep all my scraps because you never know when all of those would come in handy. And I like when I have the flexibility in the sizes and not the flexibility, the options when it comes to the sizes. And now see how that scrap, just one page, is coming in handy for all the 3D butterflies. I remember seeing it somewhere. Was it Instagram or YouTube? I don't quite remember. But somebody had done these 3D butterflies. I don't remember. It was a while ago. And I knew I wanted to try that, but if I knew the name, I could have given the credit, but I don't. It was a while ago, and I knew I wanted to try it, so here I am. I remember to do that. I mean, you could do it in any season, but I thought this looked more apt in the spring and summer. And this time, yeah, so same repetition. I'm just folding right at the middle, and that scrap piece of the backing of the mushroom sticker is what I'm using to make sure the glue does not get on my pages. And now comes the last set of pages for the left side. And now I would really like to bring in some of those same florals so that we can have a balance of the colors and some of the shades. And I would prefer the butterflies to stay upright like so and not slanted and then cut off. And yeah, so that is the second half of the sticker that we just used. And this is the floral arrangement from that collection, and I think it does bring it together. And I want to balance out some of the colors, so I think we have one more page to go through with the Dutch doors, and this is the next set, and this would practically be the unusable page, but it's just really nice when you can do that, because there are other pages. Even in my daily journal, sometimes some of the pages have very limited writing space, but I'm okay with that because we have the rest of the pages, and we do have the extra pages for each day, and you can use all the white space you have. Sometimes it can be visible, but it's, after all, it's your journal. If you are looking for a space to write, I don't think that should be a problem. So I'm just going ahead and cutting off that last page for the Dutch door, and we have that element. So I will come and move that butterfly because, yeah, not the entire butterfly is visible from there. So yeah, that looks like a nice 3D effect. And sometimes you just need to take a moment and see where things need to come in. And there goes another butterfly. And you see how simple this is. You would think that it's really hard, but before you know, you have all that put together. And this took me, I had to do some breaks in between because I had some things I had to get to. So I had to take breaks, but I made sure, I think I'd spent less than an hour to set this whole thing up. And I'm going to see where we can have maybe one or two more butterflies. Yeah, a big butterfly needs to show up on the left page. And let me know how you like this. I thought this would also be a good inspiration for the spring, which will be upon us before you know it. I know we are in the winter months now, but before you know, if you're in the northern hemisphere, of course, and if you are in the southern hemisphere, you must be having your summer. and you must be looking forward to your fall. So this is the next set of butterfly for the left page. So I'm just gluing the butterfly's body down just there, and I think it looks nice and cute. And sometimes just 3 or 4, I think I come and add a couple more. And this is something you can always do. I mean, just put on some music, just get your journals set up. And if you are in the habit of listening to audiobooks, that will be a great way of getting some reading in. And let me know if you are into journaling. Do you journal about your day to day life? Do you follow prompts? What is your kind of journaling and what you use to journal in? Is it like a happy planner or a notes or just a notebook or a doctorate journal? Stay tuned for flip throughs of my journals, especially my creative journal that should be coming pretty soon, and my reading journal, all of that. The reading journal is something I really loved making, and again, it was from a doctorate journal from Arch and Olive. And I really love the variety in the sizes. The only downside with the Happy Planner journals is that it's available only in the A5. And I usually wait until they go on really good sales to pick it up. So that way I can use it for, I usually kind of add it to my wish list. And there was a velvet cover one, the Stargazer one, I believe, which when this video is being filmed, it is still on sale. And I did get a couple of those because it for $6, that is a steal. So I did get a couple of those because I do have some more gifts to prepare. And let me know if you do such gifts for your friends or family members, because sometimes there are people who usually would appreciate such lovely gifts and who may not go all the way to do something of this sort for themselves. So it would always be a nice way of showing your love to those folks. So now how these symmetrical pages come together, I like to keep it exactly the same, especially with the washi tapes and the florals and the patterns and all that usually, but sometimes I do switch it up. And yeah, I think I moved it a bit too far, so correcting it, I like it exactly the same way. I mean, it does not have to be, but if things are aligned exactly the same way, I don't have to think too much about it. It is just the way it is. And now comes the symmetrical figuring out situation, because they are not perfectly aligned opposite way. So it gets really hard when the stickers are not perfectly aligned like so, but you make do with what you have. And it's just some filler elements that you will need to do. See, all that scrap gets used, and it gives an illusion that those elements are behind there and there is more behind there. So you see how I try and see what sticker works and what doesn't. And this is kind of the whole process. And I will also come and add maybe one quote at the front. And this book also has quotes at the back, some spring related ones, because this was the posh spring and totally spring florals and all the pretty elements you see for spring, like the butterflies and all the flower buds and all that. So you see how quickly you could use to fill those smaller elements and those smaller areas. So just trying to make sure I have all of that cut properly, because otherwise I don't like when it sticks out from outside the Dutch door and then it just sticks to the bottom page. It's just not pretty. So all of those smaller fillers are being used to fill up that space, and I think we have pretty much the full collection all done. And I like to bring some of the washi tapes. The washi tapes are all the products I used on this page are from Live Love Posh, and this is a nice way of using up some of your older stickers if you have a lot of stickers like me. And yeah, I'm on a bigger mission this year because I'm being mindful of the stickers I use, the things I do, because mindful is my word, and I'm being even more mindful of using up my stash. And this was one of the ideas I had. So just smaller butterflies filling in the space. Should we add that? And yes, here comes another 3D butterfly. So just trying to see if I can bring in some more balance of colors with them. And yeah, it does get really easy once you get the hang of things. So you see how I'm doing it, and I'm just making sure those antennas are all cut out separately and gluing it down. Let me know if you have done any 3D elements like these. I would love to hear from you. And I think that's pretty much done. Yeah, I could have added some mile liners, all of that, but yeah, let's do a quick flip through now. And I did come and change the butterflies, if you notice. And let me know how you like this setup, and if you would like to see such fun ideas from me going forward. And please come follow me on Instagram. I'll have all my details down in the description. And if you like today's video, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification so that you wouldn't miss any of the future videos. There are flip throughs coming of my creative journal and my daily journal and all that. I know I've been saying this for a while, but trust me, it's coming. And thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in my next one. Bye.